Welcome back. This is Piper Mazurek once again with Simply Pipers. I'm going to be teaching you in this video how to make another kind of paper rose. You'll need 4 sheets of paper from the book of your choice. Here are the supplies that you'll need. You'll need a book, hot glue gun, scissors, and a votive holder or a small round cylinder cup of shot glass works too. So now I'm going to take my 4 pieces of paper. So there's the supplies that you'll need. You also need a pencil. Make sure your hot glue gun is hot. I'm using a votive holder because it's the perfect size. And I am just making sure the fold over is the size width of my cup. Folding those over exactly in half of the page. And then circling, tracing out the circle on my votive holder or shot glass. It's about the same size. And I'm going to fit as many circles on this paper as I can, and it'll be about 3. So that will be a total of 3 times 8 petals to work with. And I don't want it to be a perfect circle because, again, we're making roses. So I am just cutting out just back and forth so that it isn't an exact perfect circle. So there are 8 there because we're using 4 pieces of paper folded in half. Another 8 and another 8. And that will be all the paper we will need for this rose. And then you can just recycle that. Okay, so I'm going to take the first circle and my votive holder or shot glass, whatever it is that you are going to be using. Just going to fold it in half, roughly. Just going to pinch it on there, not too tight. I'm going to hold that there, put a dollop of glue right in the center, just a tiny bit. Take another piece of paper, make sure it's about halfway on, and just gently tap that on because we're just gently bending it. We don't want it to be too tight. And I'm putting another dollop of glue right in the center. Taking another random piece of paper, folding it in half. Again, dollop of glue right in the center. Picking up another piece of paper, gently folding it so that it's halfway, and you can see we're already starting to form a row, and they're equal distance apart. Just easier that way. Folding it over. And you continue this all the way around. Okay, so now I've completed the first row, and that's what it looks like. And so I'm just going to go around the very center and just kind of fold those out because I don't like how flat these look, so I like to fluff them up a little bit. Just go around in the circle and just fold those out just a little bit, just to give them a little bit of bend. These ones are a little harder because they are nice and snug in there, and we build on top. So it's a little easier to do them now than later. But it's up to you. Getting all the glue off my forefingers. Now it just looks just a little bit more like a rose, less flat, just a little more dimension to it. Then I'm going to curl just a little bit this next row. Some forward, some back. It's also really easy to make these look like peonies if you're looking for a way to make a peonies. So now go ahead and put it back onto the cup that you're using. And you'll have to just be careful because now you've folded it so it doesn't fit on there quite as snugly as it did before. But you just place it back on there nice and gently. Put some glue back where you're going to start again. And you start the whole process again, just gently pushing it down. Making sure that you're not perfectly lined up with the other row. And I'm just gently pushing these down. And I'm going to go all the way around, just like we did before, until we run out of circles. Again, I am only gluing them putting glue on the half and making sure that it overlaps about a finger width. Of the previous puddle showing. If you have a lot of blank pages, this is the best way to put all the blanks on the bottom. And so then all the words are showing up above. Because nobody sees the back. Now you see that I have completely covered the hole. And you can see that the center of it is no longer open. So I'm just going to fuss with it here for a minute. Kind of roll those, soften those pages. But I am also noticing as I'm going around that it is not as full as I would like it to be. So without putting it back on my cup so I don't smash, I'm just going to go ahead and add more petals all along the bottom. Making sure to put enough glue underneath, and I'm just gently placing these on there. Making sure that there's more petal sticking out to be part of the rose in the base. And then just continuing until I run out of petals. And there we go. That's all the petals. And you can see how those extra layers really filled out the edges of the rose. And I'm just going to go ahead and soften those edges by rolling them up or down, however it looks best. The one thing I really love about making these roses is that I can sit, watch some shows or a movie, and just sit here and kind of make them. A lot of times I'll put all my stuff on my lap, on the couch, and just slowly make them as I'm sitting around just watching TV, killing time. And as you see, the other thing about these particular roses is each one looks completely different. You can see I made one look more like a peonies. They look tighter, looser. There's a lot you can do with this method with these kinds of roses.